Good evening, viewers. Welcome to this session. Welcome, Leena. Welcome, Jim. Welcome, Shiv. Very nice to see all of you. And there's a lot of news we'd like to share with you. So first, we'll start with the news about how, Nepo kids, be they children from the dynasty or from Congress or from BJP or any other party, when they become arrogant, they think they can say anything or do anything. Okay. So before we speak about what Rahul spoke about, I'd like to take you to another instance, very shocking instance. So let me just show you first the picture. Now this lady, now a case has been registered against Tumkur MLA B. Suresh Gowda's daughter, Aishwarya, on allegations that she abused and slapped a police personnel on duty at Kayatanahalli police station in Pandavapura Taluk. The incident occurred on August 12th, Bhimana Amavasya Day, when MLA Suresh Gowda's daughter Aishwarya Gowda visited Ahalya Devi temple at the popular Aarti Ukada in Pandavapura Taluk. A case was registered at the police station in this regard on the late night at around 12 midnight. It is said that thousands of devotees had gathered at the temple in the wake of the Bhimana Amavasya from Tuesday midnight. Now, Aishwarya visited the temple on Wednesday afternoon and used her influence to gain VIP access. At this point, she argued with Mandya Women Police Station PSI B. Savita, demanding she be allowed into the Sanctum Sanctora. She also argued with Circle Inspector Lakshmi, who was deployed inside the temple. In a fit of rage, she allegedly slapped PSI Savita. The police personnel on duty immediately intervened and brought the situation under control. Later, based on the complaint lodged by Savita at Kayatnahalli police station at around 12 midnight, a case was registered against Aishwarya Gowda. After this, Aishwarya also visited the station to lodge a counter complaint and was at the police station till 1 a.m. However, she returned without lodging a complaint, according to the police. So why I'm speaking about this case, friends, is that when you are the child of a politician or a top Bollywood star or other prominent celebrities, you feel you have the right to abuse and look down upon even officers. So this is a case of her arrogance, and if these people are not taught a lesson, then this will continue. Now, in the same way, we're talking now about Rahul Gandhi and Sheila Dikshit's son. So let us move on to that picture. So let me just get that. Yeah. So, yeah. So one second. Yes. So we're talking about the brave two people from Congress, Sheila Dikshit's son and Sonia Gandhi's son, Rahul Gandhi. Now, what have they done? It's not very different from what Aishwarya did in the temple. Allegedly slapping a police officer. Now, the BJP has launched a scathing attack on Congress leader Rahul Gandhi over his mocking of Prime Minister Modi's foreign policy, accusing him of using uncultured and indecent language and lowering the dignity of the office of the leader of opposition. The ruling party's attack came after Rahul, while addressing the Congress National Convention on Thursday, made light of Modi's handling of foreign policy, which he claimed was all about hugging leaders. The leader of opposition also referred to the BJP RSS as a bunch of jokers who have no understanding of India. Hitting back, Union Minister Prahlad Joshi asked Gandhi to grow up and accused him of insulting the people of India by attacking the Prime Minister. He said, Rahul Gandhi, when will you grow up? Running India requires mature leadership, not amateur dramatics. Calling a democratically elected government jokers and clowns proves you are out of depth, is what he said. The Prime Minister is an elected leader, unlike Rahul Gandhi and his family. He did not ascend through hierarchy. nor did he rise due to family lineage or dynastic politics. The words being used, the level to which one stoops, reflecting sheer stupidity and frustration on Rahul Gandhi's part. It is this frustration that drives him to use abusive language, the minister stated. He further added that by insulting the Prime Minister, Rahul had insulted the people of India. While attacking the Prime Minister, Rahul Gandhi mocked. Now, this was just like a stage play. You see, Shakespeare's plays, you see famous plays of, famous writers. Now, here's a skit by none other than the LOP. We're talking about Rahul Gandhi, who mocked the Prime Minister and publicly embraced, talking about how, Modi goes and embraces people, that is, foreign leaders. And he staged a hug with Congress leader Sandeep Dixit, son of Sheila Dixit, on stage to demonstrate what he termed as the Prime Minister's understanding of foreign policy. He implied that the Prime Minister oversimplifies diplomacy by focusing on symbolic gestures like hugging foreign leaders. Now, if this was not worse, now Sheila Dixit, who was the Chief Minister of Delhi, her son then brought Italian Prime Minister Giorgio Meloni into the exchange with a snide remark, and Rahul Gandhi played along. Now, what Rahul Gandhi said in Hindi cannot be repeated. It is so obscene. No decent person can repeat what he said. It was so obscene. Now, Union Minister Giriraj said that Rahul Gandhi is mentally frustrated. He also advised Sonia Gandhi to get him help. He appears to be mentally frustrated. His conduct has crossed all limits of decency. If Sonia Gandhi does not intervene and ensure that he receives appropriate help, the situation would become serious, the minister said. Now, BJP MP Bansuri Swaraj said Rahul Gandhi's language was contrary to the dignity expected of the leader of opposition. The kind of uncultured, obscene and indecent language used by Rahul Gandhi against Prime Minister is completely contrary to the dignity of a constitutional position like that of the leader of the opposition. So now, how is it different from what I told you about the girl who went to, the lady who went to the temple and slapped the officer? Now, what Rahul Gandhi is doing and what Sheila Dixit's son, is doing, it's even worse, isn't it? Now, Sushma Swaraj's daughter also said, the country needs a leader of opposition who plays the role of a constructive opposition rather than one who engages in cheap rhetoric for social media memes and reels. Union Minister Sukanta Majumdar called Gandhi's remarks a new low in public discourse, and vulgar jokes targeting Modi ji and Italian PM Giorgio Meloni with Congress leaders laughing along are deeply disgraceful. This is a new low in public discourse. Strongly condemn it, he said in a post on X. Now, a very, a Pallavi from, who has tweeted a very brilliant, sort of tweet. She has said, Sonia Gandhi has been, so let me just go to the pictures of the mothers. Okay. Now, Sonia Gandhi has been the longest serving president of Congress, then chairperson of UPA. Sheila Dixit was 3 times Chief Minister of Delhi, a very loved and respected lady. Yesterday, with their misogynistic comments, their kids not just insulted a self-made international lady politician, but also their own mothers. Sonia Gandhi is herself from Italy, and they were mocking the Prime Minister of Italy. And, also Abhijit has also remarked on this. He said, the worst part of Sandeep and Rahul's hugging act isn't that being Nehru's great-grandson. This was the worst path he could have chosen given Nehru's many dash dash. The worst part is he's lost messaging discipline again. He played the students' movement and FCRA perfectly. Then he does this. Rahul is Rahul's own worst enemy. Not Modi, not BJP, not RSS, not ECI, not EVMs. Just plain Rahul. So you understand the kind of anger that's coming out in social media against these two people, and what can you imagine the kind of upbringing that earlier we said about the daughter of an MLA, who threw her tantrum in a temple. Where usually when you go to a temple, you put your ego in your pocket and you go to God, because in God's eyes everybody is equal. Now, what did that girl show? She wanted to show that she has power and she can slap any top officer. Now, the same way, Rahul Gandhi and Sheila Dikshit's son are showing the same sort of mockery, just using their mother's reputation, because on their own, what are the qualities that these two men have? Now, even in a school play, we are taught the rules, that you're not supposed to mock people, you're supposed to follow the rules. What are these two people trying to show? So it's absolutely humiliating for them, not for anybody else. So let me just take a few comments as they come. BJP wants people to understand what Congress is. This will backfire. Why did the LOP hug Prime Minister inside the Parliament? Now, Shiv says, as usual, BJP will take no action on Rahul Gandhi. Anyhow, he succeeded in his plans. FCRA and delimitation bill did not get passed. Is this the same Modi shall we used to admire? Are the questions that Shiv is asking. And Nina continues, he is frustrated, desperate for Prime Minister post. This was staged. He is trying to ruin India's image. Actually, Lina, he has only ruined his own image. And these are all Nepo kids who don't know how to dress. They come in crumpled clothes. They don't respect Parliament. They don't respect anything. They don't even respect their parents. You remember, someone from Goa actually said that he slapped Sonia Gandhi. You remember? And that guy was, sidelined. So can you expect, what can you expect more from this sort of man who doesn't have respect for women? And what is Sheila Dikshit's son talking about? Melanie is the elected Prime Minister of Italy. And if they have a friendship, does that mean that they can, make a joke of it and make it obscene? What about all the women that they are standing with? The same thing can be said about them, isn't it? So it's very, very upsetting to see these clowns. MPs are elected. So let's say this is, I don't know the name, IZODL. Okay, MPs are elected to represent the people. When they disrupt the people's forum or boycott discussion, they must be expelled. Excellent, yes. MPs must work 48 weeks a year, stop cheating the people. And they should also, I think they should also not be paid. This is very important. They are paid heavily for this. So this is also something that should be done. Those voters who had voted this man from Amethi wonder what they think they voted for. Now, Piyush says, Rahul Vinci and Vinci, I don't know how to pronounce that, and Sandeep Dikshit seems to be competing with the vulgarity demonstrated by a crazy lot at cockroach crowding at Jantar Mantar. In fact, Piyush, I'd like to say one more thing. Now, to add, to all the noise, it's like, a bandwagon and everybody joining in. Okay, now, when people were abusing Prime Minister Modi's mother during the CJP protest, the cockroach protest, Abhijit Dipke said, abusing someone isn't a crime. That's just what Gen Z does these days. Okay, he's educating us. So, this is the kind of reputation he's giving the Gen Z. Now, today, the same Dipke is asking why Saurav Das's mother is being brought into the Saurav Das controversy, saying that Saurav is doing great things for the country. The irony is that no one even mentioned Saurav's mother, let alone abused her. Yet Dipke was quick to jump in and play the victim card. So now you understand, how many people are we talking about? We spoke about this girl, Aishwarya Gowda. We're talking about Rahul Gandhi. We're talking about Sheila Dikshit's son. Okay. And now we're talking about the cockroaches. All of them think that the language of abuse is okay. Now, unless there is a rule that in certain places you cannot abuse people, certain positions, certain leaders, you cannot abuse them, certain parties, you cannot abuse them. See, all these rules have to follow. Sometimes I think the courts are more bothered about very, very insignificant things. If we do not show an example to the coming generations, what are we doing? I mean, is Rahul Gandhi setting an example to the next generation? He himself is old. Sheila Dixit's son is old. They're all white haired. Okay. But they think that a younger generation likes to, because you saw in the way in that, latent talent, which even the Supreme Court has forgiven them, So even that, they were mocking the mother. Bia Biceps was mocking something very, very sacred. An act between a father and mother, he was saying that, would you like to see that? So you are talking about people like Beer Biceps and this Latin talent and all these people, and they've been forgiven by the Supreme Court. So are we teaching our present generation that you can insult your parents, you can insult the Prime Minister of India, you can mock the President of India? Is this the message that we are giving? So you can imagine the way these Nepo kids who have no qualifications, who have not done anything, if they can name even one thing that they have done for the country, then we will salute them. When a person of Prime Minister's stature has done a million things to take India forward in the 12 years that he's been in power. If I start speaking about his, what all he has done for India and Indians, it will go on for hours and hours. But he is humble, and he remains quiet, and he even apologized to these, kids who think that they are smart. So what are we talking about? Are we teaching them the right lessons? So let me just take a few comments coming in. Those voters who had voted this man from, that we have taken Nehru and Edwina, he should look inside his family first, says Leena. And Piyush says, Congress chief seems to be heading a crowd of hecklers. Yes, precisely. And Dhanashree says, Rahul was totally disrespectful towards our Prime Minister. Seriously, what kind of opposition is this? And even if he does abuse our Prime Minister, what is this lady's job, his mother's job? To clap? Are they clapping for their useless sons? Is a question. I mean, when your son does something like this, you will hang yourself in shame. I mean, whatever you can leave, whatever legacy you can leave, are your children. If you don't teach them to be good human beings, what do you teach them to be? Just because you can't become the Prime Minister of India, doesn't mean that you constantly, every second, start abusing the Prime Minister, isn't it? Have some sort of decency. And these old ladies should be actually telling their children, you're old, okay, now start speaking in a civil manner. That also doesn't happen. What is the example that these dynasties are setting? Piyush says, a manifesting of a psychiatric persona. Yes, absolutely. India needs legislation to cut salaries. That's the most important thing. Let these people sit on the streets, let them go to the garden, let them do anything. Let them not come to the parliament. Just cut their salaries. Then all these silk saris and these Louis Vuittons and all will stop coming to them. We have to be tough. We can't be soft with these people. And being tough is not it's not something that you need to regret. BJP needs to be tough because so many cases against Rahul Gandhi, his mother and his brother-in-law. What has happened? Why can't we take these cases forward and put them in jail for whatever they're doing? Whatever cases are there. Okay, your comments are coming fast and furiously. We want resignation from Rahul Gurla, no entry in parliament, says Lancelot. And yes, using filthy language to divert our mind from terrorists planning to enter. Dhanashree says, in fact, there are many good leaders in Congress, but people like Kharge and Supriya Srinath are given the chance. Soon it will be a sinking post. Shiv says, BJP should get rid of Amit Malviya and hire some youngsters for its IT cell, or else BJP will surely lose their narrative war. Yes, in fact, there's been a lot of complaints about this, and I hope BJP will take this seriously. BJP, please file against Rahul's action against 57-year-old. Okay. And in New Zealand, no opposition, no citizen can abuse elected PM. Brilliant. If you abuse, then you will land up in jail. You need same rule inside India. See, first of all, the courts should be focusing on things that will bring India together, not, split India. The kind of hatred we are seeing, is being instilled by these people. There was no hatred. India was going very smoothly and very fast, going forward. And here are these people trying to insult everyone. A child is a reflection of their parents. There is no doubt about that. So let us not even think that Sonia Gandhi did not have a hand, or Sheila Dixit did not have a hand in bringing up these children. And if they say something, tell them to apologize publicly. That's important. Yes, and welcome, Sugmara. And government should be alert, tighten the border, terrorist planning to enter. Yes, this is happening all the time. All these diversions, and meanwhile, they're a very friendly partner who they have had biryani with, and all played cricket and all with, are planning to send in, terrorists, because they don't have any other job. Their pastime is to create terrorists and send them like worms into India. As per Dipake, Saurabh Das's mother can't be abused, but what about Prime Minister Modi's mother is abused? First of all, Dhanashree, nobody insulted his mother. He's just taking it up as a ruse to say that, it's not right. Double standards of these people is there, and what Saurabh Das has done for our country, he's lived in the most expensive house, had the most expensive parties where judges and, very important people were going. That is his, claim to fame. And Dhanashree says, my grandmother used to say that Indira Gandhi was cursed by some Hindu sadhus. Well, all the sadhus have been put in jail, right? We never saw any religious head from any other religion, being, sort of abused and, cases foisted on them, false cases foisted on them. I can give you a string of people who are not, the kind that they say. But because of the deep state, they've all been put in jail. Some have had to leave the country. That's because of the attack on Sanatana Dharma. Harsha says, Namaste, Supreme Court and BJP media should be more proactive. See, the problem, as everybody says, is that BJP should be more, they should voice the opinion and voice, things that are, the negative things that are happening in a more elaborate manner. If their PR is not good, then there is a problem. So this is something that the BJP has to seriously note. Cut their salary as a start action. Yes, absolutely. A 57-year-old youth leader. Seriously. Yes, absolutely. Now, just let's move on to the next point. Yeah. So now, BJP MP Nishikant Dubey. So let me just go to that image. Yeah. Now, BJP MP Nishikant Dubey hit back at Rahul Gandhi over his jibe at Prime Minister Modi's practice of hugging people, invoking the Congress leader's own family history of diplomatic embraces. In a post on X, Dubey shared photographs of former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi with Cuban revolutionary Fidel Castro and Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat, as well as a viral image of Rahul Gandhi hugging Prime Minister Modi in Lok Sabha 8 years ago with the caption, Rahul Gandhi ji calls this joking sensation gastric fire, or is it the fire of lust? The BJP's MP's attack came hours after Rahul Gandhi on Thursday mocked Prime Minister Modi's approach to foreign policy at the Ratnamak Congress National Convention. Speaking at the event, the Congress MP said he did not understand where Modi had got the idea that foreign policy is all about hugging world leaders. He then hugged Sandeep Dixit to illustrate this point. Imagine the ignorance. Where did he get the idea that foreign policy was about hugging leaders? Now here we could also ask Rahul Gandhi, have you ever given an extempore speech? If so, why not? And what are the things you have done for India other than abusing the Prime Minister and making fun of India? The exchange triggered a backlash from BJP leaders who accused Rahul Gandhi of crossing the line and making an inappropriate reference to Italian Prime Minister Meloni while attacking the Prime Minister. So as you see, these people have really hit below the belt, and they have absolutely no shame about what the kind of language that they are using. So let me just take a few more comments. Baba Ram also false case. Yes, in fact, he had to wear a sari and escape because otherwise, Sonia Gandhi's government would have locked him in jail, and that would have been the end to a man who has made his industry the richest industry. And when you buy products from Baba Ramdev, they are very, very reasonable. So this is something that they wanted to put a stop to. Yes, Asaram, you're talking about Nityananda Swami. So many people. You know what they do is straight away they put sex cases on our gurus. Then the next thing they have is their own people will start supporting. Yes, this one was raped, that one was raped, child was raped, that one was raped. Let us put him in jail. Okay. So the whole ecosystem starts acting, whether it is people like Bollywood or any other people. They all come with flags. You see, so they are all paid. And it is the deep state which is doing it because they know that Sanatan Dharma is very strong and that is what holds India together. And if they rip that apart through these stupid Bollywood movies or any other films that are coming from India, from the mainstream, industry, they are all about perversion, sex perversion, okay, teaching children the wrong things, about divorced women's, drinking and smoking. So they want to actually tear the social fabric of India because the Sanatana Dharma itself holds it so tightly. So this is something that they really want to do. I feel disturbed that how Hindu sadhus were lynched in Pathak. Yes, and what happened? Did anybody speak about that after that? No, they didn't. Now slowly the truth is coming out in some of Arnab's interviews with the former ministers from Uddhav Thackeray's regime. Born out of Sandeep Dixit and born out of wedlock of okay. So now this is not language we can read out. So let me just go on to another. Nishikant Dubey is the most underrated leader of the BJP. So let me just delete this comment. Yeah. Now Nishikant Dubey is the most underrated leader of the BJP. Yes. See, what happens is when you have people like Yogi Adityanath or Himanta Biswa Sarma or even the West Bengal chief minister who are so outspoken and they don't speak, they actually act. This is what we want. And a very similar person in nature is Nishikant Dubey. He should be given a lot more importance and people like him should be allowed to speak. Okay, so I think I just have to remove when bad language comes. I'm sorry, I cannot put it. Yeah. So So with that comes. So with this we end the session, friends. We'll have a lot more tomorrow with a lot more news. Thank you for always supporting us. Please like and hype the video. It adds more to our channel. So it gives us a lot more. It spreads far further. And thank you for that. Good night. Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.